Cheers, legends. Sammy from Short and Stout Beer Reviews. We have a Terpene IPA tonight to start off with. It's by Shaw Brewing. They're out of Warrandyte, which is sort of a country area north. I think it's like northeast of Melbourne. Yeah, it's like a bush area. Really nice anyway. Pretty green, hilly sort of place. Anyway, yeah, this brewery, they must be relatively new. I don't know much about them. But yeah, Terpene IPAs is something I absolutely love at the moment. And I've seen this and thought I've got to try it. Cheers, Thomas. Good to see you, brother. The variety is lemon haze, so that's the strain. And the percentage is 6.6. It's got some pretty cool can artwork. There we go. That's their logo. I think I got this one at Carwyn Cellars. It was either Carwyn Cellars or the Otter's Promise bottle shop. Yeah, I've had quite a few Terpene beers lately. This one, I'm not sure if it's West Coast or hazy. I'll have a look on the back. Terpenes are a natural organic compound which gives certain plants their distinctive aroma. Like the loads of dank resinous hops we use in this IPA, we then supercharged it with extra terpene just to make sure, and then put sure in capital letters because of their brewery name. Fear can hold you prisoner. Hope can set you free. They've even got a song recommendation on the back. Wonder what that is. Probably Snoop Dogg. So yeah, looking forward to it. Doesn't really say much else. Doesn't say the hops in it or anything. But I've got my little Carwyn Cellars glass, and yeah, this is the first of two beers tonight. The second one's a big barrel aged impy stout on a school night. Yeah, boy. So yeah, she's pretty cold here tonight. It's only about 4 degrees Celsius at the moment. And it's only dinner time, so it's going to get colder. Yeah, it's looking like it might be more of a West Coast style IPA, this one, which is good. I feel like the terpenes work really well with this style. Cheers, Evie. Good to see you, mate. Yes, I did. I've probably had too much to eat tonight. I've even had dessert. Yeah, good artwork, this one. So, yeah, very clean and clear. It's probably like a medium straw colour. Quite lively carbonation, sticking to the slightly dirty glass. It's about a 2-finger head. I would say it looks like a fairly light body. Almost has that sort of like lager appearance to it. Yeah, that's about it with appearance. Let's go with. Hopefully it's real dank and weedy. Yeah, that's pretty nice. I guess like it's hot when you're not used to it, but I reckon the perfect weather is when it's like sunny and like late 20s. But yeah, for some people that might be a bit warm. Cheers, Steve. Welcome in, mate. Sounds a lot Rocky Ridge, yeah. There's a lot of these terpene beers at the moment, and I'm all about them. Like, I love it. I'm not even like a smoker, but there's just something about like weedy qualities in West Coast IPAs. I just think it works really well. So straight up, I'm getting It's like piney and like yeah, resinous, dank, like cannabis, like yeah, sort of like wet grass. There's definitely citrus there. I would say grapefruit and lemon. Yeah, like some sort of juicy orange as well. Yeah, I've done that a bit lately. In my new role at work, it's a bit more physical. So sometimes it's like, I don't know, you sort of like use more energy in that. So you end up like eating and drinking more. And yeah, there'll be times where it's like, I'll cook dinner for like 3 nights or something, and then I'll end up eating probably more than 2 nights worth. It's like, oh, fuck. Sort of the joy though of cooking for yourself. It's like, who cares? You can just get something else the next night. Yeah. Okay, let's have a taste of this bad boy. So yeah, as I said, like piney, resinous, dank, grassy, yeah, like cannabis, very like musty, and then yeah, you're getting like some citrus qualities. As far as the like the base goes, I reckon it's sort of more like biscuity and grainy. But yeah, let's go a taste. Cheers, boys and girls. Ooh, very weedy. There's just something about it. Like it doesn't matter who the brewery is. I've probably only ever had one shit one, but I think just because it's a quality I enjoy so much, and it enhances like the West Coast like quality, like characteristics, and those like old school sea hops. So it's almost like even if a beer is pretty average and it has terps in it, I always end up liking it. Well, not always, but most of the time. I just wish I had smell-o-vision and you'd smell it and just be like, that smells like a rock concert. But I don't know what it is, but it seems like Australia seems to have a lot of terpene beers, whereas other countries aren't seeing them as much. So I don't know why we're so heavily saturated with them in the market, but I'm all about it, so it's all good. Yeah. I've been meaning to make a soup the last 2 weekends, but the first weekend I couldn't find any of like my blender and all that sort of shit. And then the second weekend I just couldn't be fucked. I was catching up on sleep. Snoop Dogg. How's Snoop Dogg gonna perform at the AFL Grand Final? It's a bit of a weird selection. I reckon he'll do well, but yeah, I just don't know if it's the right fit for that event. This is very weedy, and I can see what they mean by lemon haze with the strain. It's got that huge lemon zest, almost like a lemon grass sort of character. Lemon and weed probably go well together. a little zestiness and sourness sort of probably cuts through the dank resin. But yeah, it'd be good to have some more beers from these guys. Sure. Oh, speaking of too, one of my subscribers, Phil from the UK, he wanted to send me some beers. And we're telling him how hard it is to send them to Australia, and it's probably going to cost heaps. And customs, it's always a risk of not getting them and stuff. And he's like, "Nah, it's right. I'll get it sorted." And we're like, "Well, yeah, fair enough if you want to do it." And like even Adam from Mersey Beers is saying how fucked it'll be, and it'll be real hard. And anyway, he sent them last week, and I've already got them today. And it's like a full-on big box with about 14 beers in it, couple of picture frames, a glass. Like he's really went all out. So like I'm super appreciative, and sort of like humbled me. But like I'm really excited about it too. It's got the Don in it. So that's a beer I really wanted to try. The Don by Verdant. It's got Verdant's Whale Shark, as in the bigger one. And then it's got a few sort of other Verdant pale ales and IPAs and one of their glasses. And then, he's put in some English ales like Old Peculiar and London Pride, I think might have been in there. Yeah, like he's really went above and beyond. It's awesome. Yeah, the Don. I'm pumped as because it's a beer I really wanted to try. Yeah. So they're cousins, dude. So a lot of your old school West Coast hops, they're probably sort of mainly from like Washington area and Oregon and those sort of Northwest states. They're very like close to cannabis. And they're the hops that you generally use for like bittering and getting those sort of pine, resinous, earthy sort of notes. Like they used to always describe Simcoe as cat piss because it's that real dank sort of cat pissy smell. When I used to work for a furniture company and I'd go into a lot of homes, some of the sort of the shitter quality homes where they had a heap of cats, you definitely get that smell as soon as you walk in the door. Woo! Good start of this. Yeah, and as for those beers I was talking about that Phil sent, I'll probably do a video where I just sort of reveal all the stuff he sent and give him a shout out, and then I'll obviously review most of them. I think out of the whole pack, I've only had about two of the beers. One of them was McEwen's Champion. I had that not long ago, and then I think I've had Fuller's London Pride, and I've had it was one of the other older ales. But he's got an Abbott. I think it's Abbott's Reserve, and then there was like some sort of milk stout. It's cool. He's done well, the lad. I just can't believe how quick they got here. So how's everyone's week going so far? Work for me's been fairly decent. It's been really tough getting up so early every morning, but like I'm that bad. I've been like just really struggling to stay awake when I like say if I go for a coffee break and I'll go and sit down in the staff room and that I'm just like absolutely fucked. Like just nodding my head and like, yeah, it's just I just can't get decent sleep, and having to get up at like 3 or 4 a.m. every morning just makes it so much harder. I'm really looking forward to this next beer because I love Russian Imperial Stouts, and the fact that it's barrel aged in bourbon, some of the sweetness will go well with the roast. I'm hoping it's got a real huge, like rich roasty base, and then like it'll hold up to the if the barrel's like prominent and quite sweet. It's by these guys here out of Brisbane. They generally do pretty well with their dark beers, so I'm fairly confident it'll be good. I've got to have that other Ramjet too, the one with the Black Forest adjuncts in the Star Wars whiskey. Yeah, I'd love to know a bit more about this brewery, whether they're like only just started or they're like been around for a while but changed their name. It's sort of an area of my state that you don't really get too much. Maybe if you lived in Melbourne, you might, but just where I'm from, it's like, not many people have probably been to this place. I have heard on one of the train lines that goes out towards, I think it's the north. So I think it's the one that goes to Carwin Cellars and most areas I head to anyway. Apparently, there's a relatively new brewery right near a train line, but you got to go out of the city a fair way. So if you're going to go there, you're probably best to go there earlier in the day, like when they open. But yeah, one thing that's cool, I put in a survey for a brewery in South Melbourne that I like. They had a survey thing, and if one person whose answers to the survey, if they were happy with, would win a voucher to the bar. So yeah, I ended up winning that. So next time I go to Port Melbourne and get on it, I'll have pretty much a full day of beers and pizza. So it's going to be good. I was thinking of maybe even going on Saturday. 2012. There you go. Yeah, I just haven't really seen them much. I reckon just every now on the board at Carwin Cellars, I've seen a beer like Shaw Brewing, and just always thought I don't know who that is. Do you know much about them, Steve, or you just sort of looked them up? I remember I went to a beer festival in that area once, and it was actually really well set up, but the weather was atrocious. And like it just absolutely bucketed down rain the whole event. So it sort of killed it. They ended up losing heaps of money because like they were relying on people turning up on the day, and yeah, the only people that went were people that sort of pre-did tickets because the weather was so shit. I remember at one stage I was just sitting in the Dayton marquee for about probably two hours or so just talking shit with them, and no one wanted to move because the weather was so bad. You don't see Dayton around as much as you used to. At one stage there, they were looking like they were going to probably be one of the best breweries in the country, but it sort of fell away. I met one of the sales rep from them the other day. He's a real good bloke. He's like me. He had the sort of slightly long hair and big beard, and looks like he'd love his like metal. It's just such a like a the fact that this is like real resinous and dank, and then like just this huge sort of zesty citrus with a touch of tartness. It's sort of like conflicting, but in a good way. Yeah, it's definitely got me intrigued. I want to try more beers from them now. I felt like the base was pretty light, but in saying that, it's sort of let the hops and the terpene shine. So yeah, that's why I sort of would like to try some of their normal beers just to see what they're like. Yeah, I'd probably give this like it'd be like a solid 4 out of 5, I reckon. Maybe a little higher, maybe 4.1. I do enjoy the terpene and hop character in it. My washing machine's quite loud in the background. It's one thing you see a lot of these days is these QR codes. They seem to be on everything. But it is cool that like yeah, a brewery can pair like a beer with food or like a song or whatever and put a QR code and it just takes people straight to that what that is. Yeah, up the top it says freedom, science, flavor. Yeah, freedom, science, flavor. Must be their little motto. Yeah, I like the can artwork, simple but effective. Definitely has those weedy lemon type. But yeah, I might wrap this one up and move on to the big boy. So yeah, give us a like if you haven't already, and yeah, come along to the next. It'll be this one here. Show it, shall I? So yeah, working title out of Brisbane. It's a very sexy looking can. So yeah, called the Asphalt Jungle, and it's bourbon barrel aged Russian Imperial Stout at 10.5%. So yeah, I've been sitting on this one for a couple of weeks. Looking forward to it. So yeah, thanks for checking this one out, and hopefully we'll see you over on the next one. If not, I'll probably be around tomorrow, similar time. So, and yeah, look out also for the video at some stage of the beers Phil sent me. I'll do a little video showing them. So, cheers, peeps. See you again soon.